What's going on, people? Today we're at Sabrina Tillman's, the art gallery on Main Street, where it features black art owned by black women in downtown High Point. Let's go in and talk to Sabrina and see who else we can find in there. Let's go.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing great.
Nice.
Big Ocean Ghost.
Cool. Big Ocean Ghost. I'm Sabrina.
Sabrina?
Thank you for
Sabrina?
coming to the gallery today. We are at the gallery on Main,
Yeah.
100 and 112 South Main Street, High Point.
High Point. NC, baby. You know how we doing. So what do you guys do here?
So just a real brief breakdown. There's actually two different organizations that are here, two different businesses that work together to co-run the gallery.
Okay, cool.
You walked into Sabrina's. I'm at 112.
Okay.
The space in the back is renovation, so you'll meet my partner Sheena when you go back there.
Okay.
And then the gallery on Main showcases other local artists and other local talent. So there's a whole gallery set up downstairs. We have different events and things like that here also.
Cool.
So I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad I'm here too. So all of this art is local art? Hold on, look at this.
All the art that you're seeing in this space is all my art.
It's your art.
Yeah, these are all my original creations.
That's dope. What made you come up with the spiders?
It is actually one of the series that I'm working on right now. The title is actually Double Consciousness.
Okay.
And it speaks to a lot of different things, whether it is femininity in African American women versus the typical strong, angry black woman stereotype. Kind of contradicting the two, or transpositioning the two side by side. She's obviously very strong, as you see in her eyes. The spiders represent fears that most people face that black women tend to overcome. And then the flowers are, of course, attributing to the femininity aspect.
I like that.
A lot said real quickly.
Real quick.
But I prefer for people to look at her and give me their own interpretations of what they feel from it. I've got 10 other pieces downstairs that are still in progress. But these are all local women, all women that I happen
so
to.
she's somebody local.
That's the right
Very
one.
pretty girl.
Yeah, all from High Point.
From High Point. Now tell me we ain't got no pretty girls at High Point. Come on now. You got so what else you got in here?
So I do a little bit of everything. I've been doing portraits since I was 8. And so at this point I've transitioned to trying different, whether it's landscapes. These landscapes are all done in oil. I've got the landscape.
Check out these old paintings.
A lot of these are of High Point. So like this is Armstrong Park.
I knew I was in this creek before. I knew I played in this creek before. This creek looked familiar. That's probably me over there. Look, that's me back there.
Trying to find yourself in it.
That's me back there. I got 2 crawfish in my hand.
Armstrong. This is McAllister's Park. There's actually this one over here. It now has a fence from High Point University, so that park is really near High Point University.
Okay.
These are downtown High Point, a little bit more abstract. That's Commerce Avenue.
Commerce, baby.
This is,
that's the bridge.
Yeah,
that's
that
the
is.
bridge.
The bridge that's right there.
Like that. I
And
need
that
to
was
cross
during
over that bridge.
COVID, so it's like there was no traffic. Furniture
Nice.
market was canceled during that time, so it was
Like a
really
ghost
fun.
land.
It really was. So all of these over here in this area are all done in ink. So the flowers, I started off.
I believe I saw you do this one on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm finishing her up. She's got a few things I have to work out on her details, but this whole wall is gonna change as I do more females.
Cool. And y'all make sure y'all follow on Instagram. Very dope.
So this is more freeform. That's all on wood.
Oil on wood. Never saw. It had a little a real trippy vibe to me. I like that. So let me ask you this: how much do you normally sell your paintings for?
It really depends on the size and the amount of time that it takes. Anywhere from, I've got some smaller pieces that may be at 600 up to about 12,500.
What was the most you ever sold one for?
I'm at 10,000 right now.
For one?
I did a piece on cardboard of Jimi Hendrix.
And sold it for 10 bands?
Bruh.
$10,000.
Hey, Tay, go give me some cardboard, bruh.
But that's what these are. These are the remnants of that series.
Oh.
So you got Diana Ross. So the one that sold one of the ones that I was just talking about, that's Jimi Hendrix. Diana Ross.
you paint, do you catch a vibe, or is it just just sit down and paint, or is it I'm not gonna paint unless I feel it.
As a professional artist, I can't just paint when I feel it, because this is my career. And so, what I tend to do is have multiple pieces working at one time. So, I'll have a commission piece working, I'll have an oil painting, which tends to be more technical that I'm working on. Then, I'll have something like a charcoal piece or an ink piece that I'm working on that's more free flowing. That allows me to continue to let the creative juices flow, but then I don't get stagnant or bored. Because you can get deep into a painting like this. This painting actually took me many months to do. She's got many layers, took many months to do, but you can find yourself so wrapped up in a piece that you kind of overwork it unless you keep things flowing.
Now, I've noticed like a lot of your art it's pertaining to black people. So I've noticed a lot of black people in your art. Is it a reason?
Other than the obvious, so I mentioned that I started doing portraits when I was 8. I drew what I knew, and I drew what I was used to and what I related to, and that was black people. And so I hear a lot of artists say that painting black people is more difficult, or skin tones is more challenging to do. That's what I started with. That's what I knew. And so finding those blues and those purples and those greens and all those different colors that are shades in our skin, that's what I was attracted to, and that's why I started doing portraits, just finding those differences. So I would say I love painting us. I love the differences that are in us, but then I paint other cultures as well. That just happens to be what I started with and what I gravitate to.
Cool. Then you can paint me.
Not a problem.
They say I look like Idris Elba.
This is more of a workspace, but there's a lot of pieces
now,
that are in process.
We found a white man. There is a white man in here.
I painted this live.
Live?
Yeah, I painted that live. He's not done yet.
Wow. So how long does it normally take you to finish a portrait?
Depends on the size.
A portrait this size.
This one I would say about 2 months.
Months?
Mm-hmm.
So what was the longest you've ever worked on a portrait?
Probably about 4 months.
4 months.
About 4 months.
I know that 10 bands. 10 bands I'm painting for 4 months.
I paint different than a lot of people paint. Some people paint section by section. Some people create their colors as they're going through, and they just whatever. But the way I paint is I start with one color and I go all the way around the canvas in that one color. Then I shift to another color. That's why I say he's not done. This is the background color. The purple went on first, and then I started pulling in the other colors, and I work all the way through with that one color before I move forward. So it keeps my paintings cohesive, but it takes a little bit more time because I work in that manner. So I have my own process that I've developed over the years.
I like it.
And I'm fine with it taking time. For whatever reason, with social media, I think that people have started to think that artwork doesn't take a lot of time. But especially when you're doing something from your vision or something that you're creating from it's an original creation. So you really need to take your time and invest all of yourself into it instead of rushing it. And I think that a lot of people have gotten so used to seeing whether it's time-lapse videos that are going fast, right, or sketches that are going fast, or some artists just work fast. But artwork usually takes time to actually fully develop for me.
Good artwork.
Yeah, it takes time for me. I'll finish a piece or I'll develop a piece and let it sit and look at it before I actually finish up the finishing touches to make sure I haven't missed something.
Well, Sabrina, it was great talking to you. I love your artwork.
Thank you.
Very, very great. I need to purchase me one. I don't know if I got $600 though. Can we work something out?
You can do a payment
plan.
Well, I mean, you have to think about what you're investing in, and artwork appreciates over time. And there's a lot of things that you can collect. But why not collect something like this that you can pass on to different generations? That always has a lasting effect, as opposed to sending it on something that's going to perish here quickly.
Right. So we got to capture this face.